Shalom, call all Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and this is another video, and I want to go into the topic about faith. Now, having faith is a gift. It's a blessing to have faith because most people don't have no faith. They got to see it to believe it. But when you have faith, you ain't got to see it. You know it's going to manifest eventually. Now, in the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 1, it says, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." Now, when you go in the book of Revelation, and they talk about its golden city. Let me go to it real quick. Now, just a little quick testimony. I fell into deep sleep before, and the Lord actually gave me a vision to give me a glimpse of what the city would look like. I couldn't see all of it, but I seen enough to know, like, okay, let me read into more of this, and let me see like what it really is. Like, let me see what this stuff really talking about. Cause I hadn't heard about stuff when I was younger and all that, and I read over some scriptures, but I couldn't fully understand it. Then when I came across the apostles and the elders of GMS, and they was breaking certain stuff down, I'm like, okay, yeah, this make perfect sense, right? Because you gotta have teachers that help unlock certain stuff, and then you gotta study yourself too. Like the scriptures say, study to show thyself approved. Give diligence to make thy calling and election sure. Now, but on this faith thing, in the book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse, I'm gonna start at, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna start right at verse 17. It says, "He measured his wall to be 144 cubits." Got the number 144 again. It says, by the human measure the angel was using. It said the wall was made of jasper, and the city itself of pure gold, as pure as glass. And then this vision I had, that's exactly how it looked, like just pure. The water and all that was pure. You could see all the stones, you could see all the gold. And there was two angels in the vision. I'm quite sure, I ain't gonna say the names. If you want to read about what angels pop up in the scriptures a lot of times, you'll know exactly who they are. But in verse 19, it said the foundations of the city walls were adorned with every kind of precious stone. The first foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, the third chalcedony, the fourth emerald. Let me read on some more. Oh, and this lightning out of it, that's why I'm reading this. I just seen that lightning just strike like that. Or whatever that is, it looked like lightning though. But it says, the fifth sardonyx, the sixth carnelian, the seventh chrysolite, the eighth beryl, and the ninth topaz, the 10th chrysoprase, the 11th jacinth, and the 12th amice. Now, have we been to this place yet? No. But I got faith, 144% faith that we gonna be in this stuff, and we gonna be on top of it. Like all the shit our people be going through now, ain't gonna be no world star and all that other shit, no fucking Instagram and none of that no more. When you be in the golden city, ain't gonna be no need for that. Having everything your heart's desire. Hey, cause most high, he already know what we want. It's getting prepared for us right now. That's why we have to go through certain stuff. Certain men, they go through certain stuff and be wondering like, damn, why I gotta go through this hell? Hey, it's better to go through this now than go through whatever other stuff other people gonna have to go through when the shit break out and all hell break loose. Cause the little tribulation period right now for us, hey, you're gonna have a list of little financial issues. Your woman might be bugging out on you. Family might come against you. Your damn job, they might be tripping at your job. Shit, all type of different little shit. But it's better to go through that than when the shit hit the fan. You don't have nothing to eat. You ain't got no shelter. You ain't got no hedge of protection. Certain men, they're gonna have all that stuff when all this shit hit the fan. They gotta go through the ugly to get to the greatness. And this greatness is this city right here. And it ain't gonna be, and you have people and certain scholars or whatever, they'll bring out videos talking about Jerusalem descending from heaven. That's not what it's talking about. Jerusalem is a people before a place. Because whenever people be in a certain area, they make that area the area. When you go to a certain side of town, you can tell like, oh, these people side of town. You go to a more predominant um, area where certain people be at, you be like, oh, yeah, I know these type of people live over there. That's what makes the area, not just because of the name or whatever, even though the name have a significance. And Jerusalem is just the place of peace. And ultimately, our people peaceful, but since we fell upon the curses and all this other stuff, ain't too much peace going on. You got niggas shooting each other and shit. People want to fuck each other. Niggas want to fuck each other wives and shit. Women out committing adultery. You got family feuding over um, death certificates and shit. Insurance money. There's a whole bunch of matters, man. The list goes on. But all that's gonna change, though. And I got full faith in that. And I could see it, like before it happened. Now, back to what I really want to go into. I ain't gonna read on too much more about that in the Book of Revelation. Now, you talk about this faith. These Edomites, they don't have no faith, so they got to go dig up every damn thing. So I'm gonna let this video play. I'm gonna go into some more scriptures and end this off.
Book ever penned. Hundreds of ancient discoveries verify its accuracy, and here's a list of 9 of those. Number 1, the Pilate inscription. In 1961, in an Italian-sponsored dig in Caesarea, archaeologists uncovered a stone that had a Latin inscription on it that said Pontius Pilatus, prefect of Judea. Now, that Pilate is mentioned in the gospel accounts on several occasions. You read in John 19:29. Pilate then went out to them and said, "What accusation do you bring against this man?" Verifying the New Testament statement that Pilate was the prefect of Judea. Discovery number 2, Hezekiah's tunnel. In 2 Chronicles 32:30, we read a statement that says, this same Hezekiah also stopped the water outlet of Upper Gihon and brought the water by tunnel to the west side of the city of David. You would think that if a king had dug a tunnel under Jerusalem, we would be able to find it, and that's exactly what we find. A huge tunnel that matches perfectly the biblical description of Hezekiah's tunnel. Discovery number 3, the Taylor prison. In 1830, a man by the name of Robert Taylor uncovered a 15-inch tall clay cylinder. There are 500 lines of written text on this clay cylinder, and it was put there by a man named Sennacherib. Well, Sennacherib was a king of Assyria that you read about in the Bible. On the clay cylinder, here's what Sennacherib said. As to Hezekiah the Jew, he didn't submit to my yoke. I laid siege to 46 of his strong cities, walled forts, and to the countless small villages in their vicinity, and conquered them by means of well-stamped earth ramps and battering rams. It's interesting when you compare Sennacherib's statement of what he did with the biblical statement of what he did. In 2 Chronicles 32:1, we read, Sennacherib, king of Assyria, came and entered Judah. He encamped against the fortified cities, exactly like Sennacherib says he did. Discovery number 4, the David inscription. For many years, people said that David was a figment of the...
Let me run that back real quick. Let me go back into this. Hey, because this going to happen again. It ain't going to be Sennacherib. It's going to be, you're going to have fucking FEMA and all these other motherfuckers cutting out that food supply, because when you read into this and they talk about what happened, I'm not mistaken, but let me go to it real quick. 2 Chronicles. This is why you want to get close to your Yahweh Shem Shah, because you want to be able to eat and all that stuff in that day. You want to be able to have that hedge protection, be protected from famine, pestilence, plagues, and all that different stuff. Let's see, let me go into it real quick. Bible verse. 2 Chronicles 32:1. Hold on 1 minute. Let me go to it. I'm trying to get to the actual script. And it was in there when the city got blocked off. Let's see. Type in the actual keyword. Now, in the Book of Lamentations, it goes into it. It says in chapter 2, in verse 20, it says, I'm going to read on down through it, and I'm going to go back to this video. It said, but O Lord Yahweh, behold, O Lord Yahweh, I consider to whom thou hast done this. Shall the woman eat their fruit, and children of a span long? Shall the priest and the prophet be slain in the sanctuary? Now, stuff like this, you won't hear a pastor talk about nothing like this. This shit gonna be going on in these times too, because when these food trucks, you see how people be acting over that Popeye chicken. Hey, he let the food trucks start running for like a week, and them stores get cleared out, man. If you ain't got no cold, heavy spirit on you, and you ain't been fasting and getting your body right, the parasites or whatever in your body gonna let you know like you gotta eat at any moment, every moment. And most people they're gonna resort to cannibalism. Now reading on down, it says both young and old lie together in the dust of the streets, because that's gonna go on. You don't see young people. A lot of the young people now they not how can I say, they're not energetic like that. They don't have that might, that strength. That's why most niggas like to use guns any damn way. They don't want to fight hand to hand and shit, because they don't really have no strength. They don't have no agility, no stamina. So you let some real shit pop off and society start fucking up. They're gonna be laying in the streets. You're gonna see a young man laid out by old man. That's how it's gonna be going down. It says, my young men and maidens have fallen by the sword. You have slain them in the day of your anger. You have slaughtered them without compassion. It says, you summoned my attackers on every side. As for the day of an appointed feast and the day of the Lord's anger, no one escaped or survived. My enemy has destroyed those I nurtured and reared. Let me go on some more. You got a few few scriptures that line up in this. The reason why I'm just bringing this out because it's just this story just stood out to me when the king of Syria came around that city like that, and this happened numerous times, man. You cut off water supply, food supply, man. People gonna lose their fucking mind. No, it's in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 19, verse 9. It says, and I will cause them to eat the flesh of their sons and the flesh of their daughters, and they shall eat every one the flesh of his friend, and the siege and straightness wherewith their enemies and they that seek their lives shall straighten them. Hey, man, this shit coming, man. Look at all you see on the news is protests and riots, people fighting against the police, going inside, dragging politicians out of their embassies and shit. Shit gets so real, they have to change the location of the embassy. So, and sneak out the people that's supposed to be in power right now. But hey, certain men gonna have that protection and have what they need in these times. Let me go into this scripture real quick. I'm gonna let the rest of this video play. I just want to bring this up. It says, listen to the book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 13. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Hey, if you ain't on the good side, man, it's the opposite side of this going to apply to those who ain't on the good side, and the ones that is on the good side, they're going to be eating, drinking, and rejoicing.
Sennacherib says he did. Discovery number 4, the David inscription. For many years, people said that David was a figment of the Israelite imagination because no archaeological finds had been discovered that verified his existence. And yet, in 1993, in Tel Dan, there was a man who...
See, hey, and these Edomites, man, they always twisting up something. Now, if you know the scriptures and you know about the story of David, when he sent out his two messengers, I want to say they went out to go to Moab or Ammon, one of them, and when he sent them back, he cut the piece of his clothes off on the back, so his ass would be out, and he cut off half his beard. Now, why they gonna put a picture up here with this guy up here that's supposed to be David? He ain't got no beard though. You know, a lot of people, they wore beards. They wouldn't walk around with no smooth face.
Yet in 1993, in Tel Dan, there was a man who was working named Abraham Byron who discovered a stone, and on that stone was the inscription of an Israelite king from the house of David. And the Bible uses that very designation in 1 Kings 12, verse 19. The David inscription validated the biblical text. Number 5, the Moabite stone. Found in 1868, it's a black basalt stone that measures about 3.5 feet high, 2 feet wide. On that stone, Mesha, the king of Moab, cut lines of text in about 850 BC. Mesha mentions that Omri was the king of Israel who had oppressed Moab, but then Mesha says he saw his desire upon Omri's son and upon his house. The Mesha stone cites Omri as the king of Israel, just as 1 Kings 16, 21 through 28 indicates. Furthermore, it mentions Omri's son, Ahab, in close connection with the Moabites, just as 2 Kings 3, 4 through 6 does. In addition, both the Steel and 2 Kings 3, 4 through 6 list Mesha as the king of Moab, and it further names the Israelite tribe of Gad and the Israelite God, Yahweh.
Which, they go Esau putting the bullshit out. His name is Yahweh, it's not Yahweh.
Another validation of the biblical accuracy. Number 6.
It wasn't no E in the Hebrew either. And even the word Hebrew is really Abar. So there wasn't no E in it.
The Nazareth House. In 2008, a skeptic named Rene Son wrote a book that he claimed destroyed Christianity once and for all. He said that Jesus could not have existed because there was no town of Nazareth in the first century. In 2009, an archaeological discovery was announced that they had found a small house in Nazareth that dated to the first century. The house was only about 900 feet square total, but it was large enough to provide evidence of the Bible's accuracy. Number 7, the Cyrus cylinder. In 1879, Hormuz Hassan found a small clay cylinder. It's about 9 inches long, and it's now in the British Museum of Natural History. In the ancient city of Babylon, he uncovered this, and this clay cylinder was commissioned by King Cyrus. And it had an inscription on it about his victory over the city of Babylon and his policy toward the nations he had captured. And the text said, I returned to these sacred cities on the other side of the Tigris, the sanctuaries of which have been in ruins for a long time, the images which used to live therein, and established for them permanent sanctuaries. The policy, often hailed as Cyrus's Declaration of Human Rights, coincides perfectly with the biblical account of the ruler's actions, in which Cyrus decreed that the temple in Jerusalem would be rebuilt, and that all the exiled Israelites who wished to join in the venture had his permission and blessings to do so. You can read that in Ezra chapter 1, verses 1 through 11. This little 9-inch long clay cylinder stands as impressive testimony that validates the biblical accuracy. Number 8, the discovery of the Pool of Siloam. In 2004, a majestic stepped entrance to the Pool of Siloam was uncovered in the area known as the City of David. In John chapter 9, verse 7, we read that Jesus said to a blind man, go wash in the Pool of Siloam, which is translated sent. So he went and washed and came back seeing. Validation once again of the biblical accuracy. Number 9, the Hittite.
There they go with that whitewashing again, man. You know how Esau do, man. They like to whitewash everything. You got the hottest region on the earth. A majority of these people in that land was dark skinned, but it just so happened they put these images out the fuck out of here. Hey, even okay. Let me go to something real quick. Type it in. Sometimes it'll let me pull it up. Let's see. Hold on. That's what I drew the morning at the gates. Yep, here you go. Alright, now look. This is just to clear this up, because this video almost over with anyway, so I just want to put this on there, just for edification's sake. Now, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, and verse 2. It say I'm sorry, verse 1. It say, this is the word of the Lord that came to Jeremiah concerning the drought. Judah mourns, and her gates languish. Her people wail for the land. Yeah, hold on, let me make sure I'm reading the actual part. Okay, yeah, that's the revised version. I'm gonna go to the actual version, what it really said. It said in chapter 14, verse 2, it says, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black into the ground, and they cry, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. Now, you see they changed it up in these other little translations, because you got that in there. So I'm just read the other translations and show you how ridiculous they are. It said, in this one, it say in the Christian Standard Bible, it say Judah mourns, her city gates languish, her people are on the ground. See, hey man, that's these fucking devils, man. They always want to twist something up. It ain't. What was the point of even making this like that, saying they on the ground? When you say somebody's black to the ground, it's basically saying like the ground. Now, let me go on some more. Let me see what else. I ain't gonna read too much of this shit because it's gonna make me mad because they put this bullshit out. You got a Jubilee Bible which still says that they are black unto the ground. Now you got this one right here, the American Standard Version, which these devils, they definitely put that in there. They say they sit in black upon the ground. Like, come on, man, get out of here. How you go from they black unto the ground till they sitting black on the ground. See, that's these fucking devils for you, man. But I ain't gonna read on too much more than that. Now you should hear that part. They are black unto the ground. Even in the scripture when they talk about Solomon, and they say I'm black and comely. Solomon was from the tribe of Judah. Now, who else was from the tribe of Judah? Yahushua, who people call Jesus. Sweet Jesus. He was a dark skinned man. Now, let me go to it real quick. Book of Hebrews. Now, the people from the tribe of Judah definitely dark skinned people. That's quite evident. Unless you're just a moron and you can't see it. Now it says in the book of Hebrews, chapter 7, verse 14, it says, "For it is clear," he ain't say no maybe, or he might be from this, or maybe he was born by an angel. Maybe Gabriel came down and touched Mary and a baby came out. They say, "For it is clear that our Lord descended from Judah, a tribe as to which Moses said nothing about priests." Now, hey, I don't look like who that. That don't look like that guy right there. Who's that guy? Oh, I'm gonna show who that guy is. Who that guy at? God damn, that fucking Cesare Borgia. Man, come on, man. Hey, they be wild, man. It's fucking Cesare Borgia. Oh, and then you got Serapis. That's that guy right there. That ain't what the scripts describe him as. And you have people, oh, color don't matter. It do fucking matter. If a person go commit a crime and a person be like, it was a white guy and it clearly was a dark skinned guy, fucking color matter. So I don't want to hear that bullshit when people be talking about, oh, color don't matter. It's racist. Color do matter to an extent because it's all about the spirit. Well, the spirit dwell in a certain vessel that got color on it. So I'm gonna pull up on Serapis. I might be spelling it wrong. Oh yeah, I did spell it wrong. It's spelled with an S. Here go another image right here. You got the Serapis image. You see, man, that's what you like to do, man. That's why you gotta research and really seek out the truth, man. And study. Do your homework. Learn these languages. All this different stuff, man. Because this our information. They don't want us. You think they want us to know our information? They don't want us to. When you know your own self, who can fuck with you? But if you don't know yourself, anybody can fuck with you.
Of the biblical accuracy. Number 9, the Hittite tablet. For many years, people made fun of the biblical text and said it mentioned people and places that never did exist. One of those groups was the nation of the Hittites. But in 1906, Hugo Winkler was doing some excavation in the Turkish city of Baghdad. There he uncovered 10,000 clay tablets that documented the history of the Hittite nation, and they discovered that area was the capital of the Hittite nation. In Joshua chapter 11, we read about the Canaanites in the east and the west, and the Amorite and the Hittite. In 1906, Hugo Winkler discovered the Hittite nation that the Bible had mentioned some 3,000 years before. The Bible is the most historically accurate book ever penned.
Hey, and Esau right for a change. Hey, you can't make this up, man. People always want to say, it's the white man book. You get around your family and say, oh, that's that white man book. They want to read the Quran and all this other little stuff, man. It don't even have biblical prophecy in it. It don't tell you about the earthquakes and the uprisings of the people and the famines and the plagues and the pestilences and all this other stuff going on and what's happening now, what happened then, and what's about to happen. So, Lord's willing, this is edifying. I'm gonna go back one more. I'm gonna read one more scripture on faith, and I'm gonna just end this off. Now, it's in the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 19. It says, I know your deeds, your love, your faith, your service, your perseverance, and your later deeds are greater than your first. So, amen, keep your faith. Keep teaching, even though people gonna scoff and talk shit. They don't expect certain men to know this stuff anyway, so, but that's a blessing in disguise, really. Hey, your perseverance, keep pushing, whatever you go through. Amen, just, keep pushing, man. You think Yahweh Hashem Yahweh ain't got no angels marking this? I can't see it right now. It's an angel right now documenting what I'm doing. And ready to go send it back up once I get done. So, Lord's willing, this is edifying. Call all Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shalom. Shalom to the elect.